Every single year, high schools and their students run up against the same high-stakes question. It's a decision that really kicks off a long and, let's be honest, often incredibly stressful journey toward college. And that question is, SAT or ACT? You'd think there's a science to it, right? But for most schools, and by extension most students, this huge choice often comes down to little more than a guess, a hunch maybe, or just doing what an older sibling did. But is that really the best way to start a journey this important? Because let's be real, guessing isn't a strategy. It's a gamble. And when the stakes are this high, that gamble kicks off a predictable chain reaction of problems that can ripple through a student's entire junior year. And when you get that initial decision wrong, the consequences are pretty significant. You see wasted prep time with students grinding away on the wrong skills. You see so much unnecessary stress as they bounce between two different tests, just hoping one will magically click. Families can end up spending thousands on tutoring that isn't even properly targeted. And counselors, they get stuck having the same frustrating conversations over and over without any real data to guide their advice. It literally puts students on the wrong track from the very beginning. So what's the alternative? Well, the solution lies in a fundamental shift in thinking. It's about moving away from all that guesswork and towards something called decision intelligence. Really, that's just a fancy way of saying we need to use data to make better choices, but we need to apply it at the school level, making a smarter choice for everyone right from the start. And that, right there, is the whole idea behind the TestFit Games. It's a national, intelligence-driven competition, sure, but it's so much more than just a game. It's a system designed to help schools make data-backed decisions about college readiness, and it's all wrapped up in an experience that students actually find motivating and engaging. The core principle here isn't about just adding another tool to the pile. It's about putting a real system in place. This is a clear, structured process designed to take schools and their students from that place of constant uncertainty to one of real clarity and purpose. Okay, so how does it actually work? Well, it all starts with students completing the TestFit Diagnostic. This is what identifies whether they are cognitively a better fit for the SAT or the ACT. From there, schools move through a series of structured challenges, tracking their progress along the way. Out of the entire field, 12 schools advance to a live national finale where one school is ultimately crowned the champion. Now, this is absolutely crucial. The value here isn't just for the finalists or the eventual winner. Nope. There is guaranteed value for every single school that participates. While advancing in the competition is awesome, the real win is the institutional clarity that every school gets from day one. So what does that clarity actually look like in practice? Well, every school gets diagnostic data, giving them insights they can actually defend. They get a leadership strategy consultation to build a clear, actionable plan for their students. And they get early access to TestFit's AI tools, an innovation that students and their families can truly see and feel. And this quote, this really just nails the core idea. We're not talking about more test prep booklets or another online portal. The goal here is to achieve what's called institutional clarity. It's about building a coherent, intelligent system, not just chasing higher scores. Okay, so once that foundation of clarity is in place, then we get to the really exciting part, the competition itself. This is where we dive into the recognition, the impact, and the actual path to becoming a national champion. And the stakes are high. The national winning school is awarded a $20,000 grand prize. That's a significant reward that recognizes all the hard work, the strategic thinking, and the engagement of the entire school community. And here's a quick look at the timeline. Enrollment opens up in January. Then the competition rounds run through February and March. The 12 finalists are announced in late March, and it all leads up to the live finale in April. It's a fast-paced and really focused season. So when you boil it all down, this is the essential contrast. The old way is defined by chaos, by guessing, by stress, and inconsistency. The TestFit way is designed to replace all of that with clarity, with data, and with real confidence. It's a shift from just reacting to things to having a repeatable system you can trust. It's a whole new paradigm. So, at the end of the day, why does all this matter? For schools, it means gaining data they can stand behind and defend. For students, it's about gaining the confidence that comes from knowing you're on the right path. And for sponsors, it's a chance to support academic excellence and see a truly visible impact. And for the founding schools that get in on this early, the benefits are even greater. They get guaranteed access to the diagnostic and are eligible for the prize. Plus, they get things like lifetime discounts and priority consideration for what's coming next. Which brings us to the final essential question, and it's one for every administrator, counselor, and educator to really think about. When it comes to one of the most important academic decisions your students make, is your school's strategy built on solid data, or is it still just a guess?